And welcome to Menchville High School in Newport News. Hi again, everybody. I'm Greg Bicaveras for Peninsula District Showdown right here between the girls and boys doubleheader. First, the Menchville girls ladies Monarchs take on the Hampton Crabbers. Then we have a boys doubleheader, the men as well, right here at Menchville High School. And of course, this is our first meeting between these two teams. And Matt, when you talk about Menchville, you got to talk about Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez is one of the returning stars from last year's squad. And she moves the ball really great. She's a scorer, and she's the senior guard right now, which means the team's going to rely on her to move the ball around and for great leadership.
Menchville, of course, is 7-3. Hampton is 1-9. Always a good game when these two teams play.
Oh, absolutely, Greg. We have a big crowd here, and we're looking forward to a great, exciting game.
Of course, Menchville, Michelle Rodriguez, the leading scorer at 15 points a game, and Felicia Reynolds. You see, as Menchville doesn't have the stars like they've had in the past, but you can see this team coming on as a group as the season goes on.
Coach Forbes is doing a great job with the Lady Monarchs this year. He's having a little difficulty finding where all the talent is, but where he is getting the talent from, Michelle Rodriguez, Shelly Tolbert, players like that, they're moving the ball around. They got a great bench player, Lauren Nunnally, who's a great outside shooter. So they do have a three-point threat again this year, and they do got the inside Lauren Polk, who's 6'2", and can get the easy layup.
Menchville girls made the semifinals of the state last year. Will they do it again this year, make the regionals? It'll be up to a total team effort to do it.
That's right, and they have a great team this year. They've been doing good. I believe they have one loss, and they're on their way to a great year.
All right. And we talk about that. Now, as far as the men's game coming up after that, these two teams, their first meeting as well. They've each won the district the last couple of years. When you talk about Menchville, you talk about Keith Wilson. When you talk about Hampton, you talk about Ron Curry.
That's right, Greg. In the last 6 meetings, both teams are 3-3. They're looking for that tiebreaker tonight. And we're going to have a very explosive games. We got people like Ronald Curry for Hampton, who's a great player. He just came off being Player of the Year and all around the country for football. We got Keith Wilson, who's a great leading player. He's got the outside shot, plus he's got the quick moves on the inside.
All right, Mel and Matt, thanks a lot. We are live at Menchville High School. Girls, boys, doubleheader, Peninsula District action. You still have plenty of time to come on down. Menchville girls versus Hampton girls coming up live on channel 47 and 6. Next, stay tuned.
Test, not just of strength, but of the power of the mind. And if you complete the journey, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines. What would you do if you had to choose between the buffalo and the giraffes, between a flower or an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Between drinking clean water, breathing clean air? Would you make the right choice, that there'd be a right choice. Now there's a way to help, not just one, but all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with. Ask your employer about workplace giving.
And welcome to Menchville High School in Newport News, and beautiful Newport News as the crowd is starting to file in already live right here on Channel 47 and 6. Greg Bicaveras along with Matt Beacon. And Matt, nice to see you once again.
Thanks.
Girls, boys doubleheader here at Menchville High School. You talk about the standings. Menchville's girls are 7-3 in the district, 9-5 overall. Hampton girls are 1-9, 2-11. Menchville trying to position themselves in the upper echelon behind Gloucester, who's 11-0. Phoebus is 8-3 as well as Denby. Bethel and Menchville are tied for 4th at 7-3. Woodside and Heritage are 4-7. Kicquetan 3-7. Hampton 1-9, and Warwick 0-11. And Matt, whether you're Menchville or any team, you can't afford to take this Hampton girls team lightly.
No, you can't. You can't afford to take any of the Hampton schools lightly at all. All the Hampton schools got their power, and they bring it when they come into Newport News. And right now, even though Menchville is 7-3, that doesn't mean anything. They got off to a shaky start, trying to Coach Ford was fiddling around with some of their players, trying to get them in a certain order. He finally found that spot, and now that they've got a spark, and now they're getting a lot of the games won.
When you talk about this Menchville girls team, of course, they lost their big three players from last year. Chilois Elias now at the University of Virginia. You're talking about a combination of 52 points a game. Also Candace Edwards and Siobhan McKinnon. Candace Edwards is at Richmond, and Siobhan McKinnon is at VCU. That's a trio, Matt, that combined for 52 points that Phil Forbes still has his team going very well this year.
That just shows you how great Coach Phil Forbes is with his ladies team. He can, no matter what kind of talent he has, either it can be a fast group, a strong group, ones that like to shoot outside, or ones that just like to take it in the middle. Either way, he's got the team winning the games, and he's got them scoring the points, and that's what counts.
Menchville last year was 20-0. Phil Forbes overall as a coach here since 1991-92 has got 156 wins, 24 losses. Menchville's girls had a 40-game home winning streak right here at Menchville, beautiful Menchville. They've been to this school since 1970-71. They had a 40-game winning streak broken versus Gloucester, losing 42-41.
I'm sure that was a heartbreak. When they had Edwards and Chilois Elias, that showed you how great their team was. They were winning a lot of games. They were going undefeated for a long time. And once they lost them, you showed that Menchville was a vulnerable team, and they can be beat, and they can lose. And they came out there, Gloucester came out there and beat them, and showed them that their season's going to be a tough one this year.
The Newport News Public School System channel, Channel 47 and 6, our 12th year of existence. So glad you're with us for live events. What a week it's been for the Newport News Telecommunications channel under Paul Cummings and the entire staff over there. We had, of course, a live school board meeting that was very interesting always, informing the public about the Newport News schools. We had homework television that was live as well. Homework television that was live as well. And we also had a live financial aid meeting hosted by Molly Cochran, and that was a wonderful hour-long interview talking about financial aid and what our kids can do in Newport News. About great college representatives. A total of 5 were there from Christopher Newport and so many area schools, William & Mary and CNU, Hampton University, and so many more. They did a great job, and of course, we're bringing to you a girls and boys live doubleheader tonight here on Channel 47 and 6. The place for live as far as radio and TV is right here on the Newport News School System channel. There you see the Menchville girls varsity waiting in the wings, Matt.
Now back on that financial aid form, Greg, I got a chance to watch this show. We recorded to make sure, because since I'm a senior, I'm going off to college next year. I'm pretty sure I'm going off to a school in New York. But I need to keep an eye on that. I need to make sure I don't, dot all the Q's, and I need to dot all the I's to make sure that I can get that extra money to get into college, because it is hard. I've found out it's a hard way so far. It is hard to not only get into college, but be able to afford it.
I can't barely hear.
Schools are getting close up there to $5,000, $600,000, and that's kind of expensive for a kid of my age.
This is our 3rd year of bringing to you live sporting events. Started off with the football season of '95, and of course, our 3rd year altogether of basketball that's live as well. All right, Mel Hoffler, one of our student reporters, has Phil Forbes live for an interview. Mel, take it away.
Hi, this is Mel Hoffler here with Channel 47. I'm here with Coach Phil Forbes. What kind of strategy? This is the baseball coach. I'm sorry, Coach Forbes. How are things going in the off season?
In baseball? Oh, the kids are working hard, but we got a game tonight in girls basketball, so that's on my mind right now.
All right, well, what kind of strategies will you all be using during the game?
Well, of course, we're going to put defensive pressure on them, and we're going to use a transition defense. We'll do multiple defenses out there, and then hopefully it gets our offense in sync, and we just play good basketball.
Do you have a pregame thought of how the game will go?
Well, I hope we dominate it. I'm expecting to, but it depends on the frame of mind the girls are in when they come out to play.
All right, well, Coach Forbes, thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
And back to you, Greg.
All right, thanks a lot. Mel Hoffler right there with Phil Forbes, the head coach here since 1991-92, his 7th year as a women's coach. Matt, he was also the men's coach here from 1987-88 through 1990-91. As you see the crowd right there, a lot of experience and a great baseball coach as well.
He's been a baseball coach, he's been a basketball coach for both boys and girls, and I heard that he was going to come back and coach some football. I'm not sure if he wanted to, but Coach Jacobs has been trying to persuade him into coaching football. And if he even coaches football, that just shows you how great of a coach. It's not a singular game he's coaching. He coaches a variety, and that not only just shows that he knows the games, but he's got a great leadership role for this school.
That's right. You talk about this pivotal game. These two teams will meet again a week from tonight in Hampton High School. This is their first meeting of the year. Last year, Menchville swept the series over Hampton 2-0. We'll find out what goes on here tonight. Of course, the crowd anticipating the big men's game coming up with Ronald Curry coming up after this. So this is the first meeting for the men's game as well. And Matt, you talk about the new changes in the girls of Peninsula District as the big crowd is right here on hand here live on Channel 47 and 6. So glad you're with us. That Warwick had a new coach, Darren Ford, a coach at Heritage, and Heritage has a new coach in Ben Stutler. It's worked very well for Heritage and Warwick, especially Heritage, who's off to a very good start in girls basketball right now. Overall, they are a total of 4-7 and 4-9. Heritage has got a good team.
Yeah, we had a chance to watch them last game. We did the Heritage and Warwick game. That was our last televised game. That was a great game. Both girls teams and the boys teams were running back and forth up the court. They never said die. They even when a couple of the teams were down in the points, you never could tell because they kept on running and they played their hearts out the entire game.
Well, we have girls, boys doubleheader live right here on Channel 647. Matt, we were last here at Heritage on December 18th, about a month and 6 days ago, bringing to you the Warwick Heritage game. What a great 2 games they were as well.
They were great games. So far, Peninsula District and Hampton District, they've been putting together a lot of different games that have been really good to televise. You got a lot of the players, a lot of big-name players, getting a lot of college scouts. And I think there's going to be a lot of NBA, maybe a lot of high college material coming out of this district.
The girls right now are on the floor. Paula Hines, Hampton's women's crabbers right there. Paula Hines, of course, the head women's basketball coach at Hampton. She was born in Alabama. She attended Auburn. And, of course, overall, she is a total of 8-45 in her 3rd year as the coach of the Hampton Crabbers. And there's the Menchville Lady Monarchs, coached by Phil Forbes in his 7th year. What are the keys right now for Hampton to beat Menchville tonight?
Hampton's got to keep the ball moving around. They can't just rely on one player. They can't just rely on Reynolds to just hold on the ball. They need to dish it around, give an ample amount of shooting from both sides. And so they can't just expect one player to win the game for them. You got to have a whole 5. The whole team's got to be able to get into the game. They got to take it to the Menchville because they got a great defense this year. And I think this is going to be a great game, and I think Hampton might be able to do it. It's going to be hard, but I think Hampton might be able to do it tonight.
All right, we got a live interview right now with Paula Hines, the native lady from Alabama, the head coach of Hampton in her 3rd year, 8-45, with our own Reggie Crudup. Reggie?
Hello, this is Reggie Crudup. I'm standing here live with the Ladies Crabbers head coach, Coach Hines. Coach Hines, your team's having kind of a tough season this year. Tell me, what's the game plan going to tonight's game?
Well, you're right. We are having a tough season. I only have one returning player who's my only senior. I have a lot of sophomore and freshmen. Basically, our game plan is to try to run the floor, try to capitalize on our quickness, and stay with Menchville. And hopefully we can. I've given the green light to my outside shooters. Hopefully we can sink the basket and stay with them.
Who are some of your key players on the team?
Well, my point guard, Felicia Reynolds, who's my only returning senior. Latasha Joyner, who's a sophomore. Emily Smith, a 6-foot sophomore. She's only been playing 6 months. and she's a sophomore. I've been playing basketball a total of 6 months. So I've got a very young team, and we're just trying to develop and hopefully be in there in the next couple of years. If these girls will stay together, you know, we can probably make it happen. I'm hoping to.
Okay, we want to thank Coach Hines, the ladies Crabbers head coach. This is Reggie Crudup, and back to Greg.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Reggie Crudup, for that wonderful interview right now. Folks, I know you're watching us on Channel 47. We're about 90% on Channel 47 throughout the entire city of Newport News, according to Paul Cummings, our executive producer, who told us that a couple of days ago. And of course, we're bringing live events, education, academics, and athletics to the viewing public of Newport News, Matt.
This is great to see high school students working with the professionals in this field to bring you live high school sports. But we bring a lot more things. We did SNN last year. That's getting ready to get kicked off. We're doing a lot of different things. We're doing talk shows. Our second year class just got finished doing 2 different talk shows that we hope will be aired soon. And we work hard during class. It may not seem like much, like come out here one night, but during class we're there every day for about an hour of learning nothing but telecommunications, how to use computers, cameras, things like that. It's a lot of fun.
Great staff and students working together. We will have it no other way. I think that's why the Newport News School System channel is the premier channel on the East Coast. Not the fact that we're just doing live, but we're working academics first with students and staff, bringing it to your living room in a most effective way with the best color and sound on audio and video. Also want to thank our good friends at Domino's Pizza at 595-3030. James Walker has been so friendly and courteous to the Newport News Schools telecommunications crew right there in the Hydenwood section. They got right now, Matt, any 2 medium pizzas and toppings for $13.99. It's fresh and it's hot. Call Domino's now for that free delivery at 595-3030. The referees for tonight's ball game, Samuel Brown and Robert Limas. And also, you talk about the parity in the women's basketball this year. Sure, Gloucester is undefeated in the district at 11-0, but Menchville played them very close. And as we get to the later part of the second half of the season, which we're in right now, anything can happen. And I wouldn't want to take on Phil Forbes in the district tournament.
No, I wouldn't either. As we get farther into the season, all the teams improve. Menchville's been known to improve probably the most out of any of the teams. But Hampton's also going to improve. They got right now a 1-9 record in the district. So I think they'll get their record improved, and by the time the tournament rolls around, a lot of teams will be moved in different places, and we'll see a brand new Peninsula District lineup for you.
First-year coaches, of course, Patrice Calloway now at Bethel. She was at Woodside a year ago. Mike Talon, who was at Phoebus for so many years, including winning the state championship back during the 91-92 season. He is now the head coach at Woodside, where he's also the athletic director in his second year. Ben Stutler at Heritage, like we mentioned, and Darren Ford at Warwick. So we mentioned the parity. The leading scorer in the girls' basketball is Crystal Yule from Denby High School.
She has been doing a great job, and even though she is scoring a lot, her team is only 6-5, but they're still doing a great job this year. Michelle Rodriguez is doing a great job scoring. I think she's 4th in the district. So I think a lot of players, every team's probably got one really good player that's putting a lot of the points on their board.
All right, we have an interview coming up right now with Mel Hoffler. Mel, take it away.
I'm here now with Mr. Logan, a history teacher here at Menchville High School. He's a cheerleader coach. Mr. Logan, do you all have any new cheers that you would be working on this year?
Yes, we do have some new cheers we're working on, but you won't see them tonight. Because one thing that we're preparing for, not only this big game, but we're also preparing for the districts in cheerleading. I don't think many people realize that just as other sports have district games and regionals and state, the cheerleaders have the same thing. And all of the cheerleaders in the peninsula are preparing for a district competition, which is at the end of basketball season toward the end of February. So we are preparing for that, and that's where the new cheer is going to be spent.
Right, and what kind of practice do you all have?
Well, we have practices in which we donate to preparing for games, and then we have practices that we prepare for district competition. So we have 2 types of practices.
Okay. And what kind of tournaments are you all going to have this year? What kind of tournaments will you have?
Well, the cheerleaders will cheer for if our girls and boys team make it to districts. We'll cheer there, and regionals, and of course the state.
Thank you for being with me, Mr. Logan, and I hope you have a good luck in the tournaments. Back to you, Greg.
And welcome back live right here. Thanks to that great interview right there by Mel Hoffler. We'll probably be doing a lot more of Mel in the fall with football. Of course, Mel, a great student athlete. We're looking forward to working with Mel up in the booth in the fall of 1998. So many of our great students and staff working together to bring you sporting events. That was another outstanding interview by Mel Hoffler. Of course, you talk about these two teams, Matt. As far as the girls, Menchville is coming off a convincing 53-30 win over Phoebus, in which Michelle Rodriguez scored 17 points. And of course, Sarah Reeves scored 13. They won that game 53-30. For Hampton, they lost a tough one to Heritage, 55-35. In that game for the Crabbers, their go-to player you'll be seeing a lot tonight, that is number 12, Felicia Reynolds. So both teams, after exams, are ready to play.
There's one major difference in the two teams that I can tell. For Menchville, their starters, they have 3 senior starters and 2 junior starters. On the Hampton side, there's only 1 senior starter, and that's standout Felicia Reynolds. But the rest of their players, the rest of the 4 starters are sophomores, so they got a fairly young team. Hampton's got a really young team compared to the Monarchs, where they got 3 seniors and 2 juniors. So we're going to see a big difference in that. Even if Hampton doesn't do as good tonight as Menchville, they still got 2 years left with their starters, and that's going to help them out. That's going to do just like Menchville had 2 years ago with their starters.
Referees tonight, Samuel Brown, Robert Limas. Once again, the records, the Menchville girls 7-3. Hampton is 1-9, battling for that position in the district tournament. Let's take a look now at an interview with Siobhan McKinnon, one of the former Menchville girls players.
Hello, this is Reggie Cruden. I'm standing here with former Menchville player Siobhan McKinnon. Siobhan, how was it making that transition from high school basketball to college basketball?
From high school to basketball, it's a big transition, but once you get in the groove with practice and everything, it seems to be easy.
How was it playing with some players like Shalois Lass, Candace Edwards? How was that for you?
It was very exciting because they were like players that like to run with me, and I could, run with them. And they played on my AU team, so I basically knew how their game of style was or whatever.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is there life after college basketball, maybe in WNBA or ABL, something like that?
If I have an opportunity, I probably will pursue it, yeah.
Okay, I want to thank Siobhan McKinnon for helping me with the interview. This is Reggie Cruden, and I'm back to Greg.
Thanks a lot right there, Reggie. All right, we are moments before the start of the Menchville and Hampton girls' first meeting of the year. Menchville swept the series 2-0 over this team a year ago. And of course, Phil Forbes, 156 wins as the girls coach at Menchville. We'll take a break and be back after this as you see Coach Forbes right after this live on Channel 47 and 6. Stay tuned.
They should rename this place Jurassic Park in his honor.
Dinosaur, huh? Did you know that Shunosaurus and Ankylosaurus dinosaurs were capable of delivering crushing blows with their bony tail clubs?
If education is important to you, talk to your child's school about raising academic standards. Call 1-800-38-BE-SMART for a free booklet. And be a big league parent.
Even my 3rd grader knows that.
Smart kid.
Chemistry class led me to a life of crime. I catch murderers, rapists, and thieves with a microscope. Help your daughter become a scientist. Instead of a tea set, get her a chemistry set. Look at the boring job I got from being a science nerd. Expect the best from a girl. That's what you'll get.
right, there you see the welcome sign right there. Great camera work by our great staff and students. Paul Cummings, Ray Price, Bill Barlow, so many more. Of course, Daniel Slayman and Greg Swan, the staff, and of course the great students in here. You'll be hearing their names throughout the broadcast and seeing the credits at the end. If it wasn't for the staff and students, folks, we wouldn't be seeing any live television. We're so proud of that fact. There you see it, Hampton versus Menchville, 97-98. Of course, the capacity crowd here, Matt, is about 1,600. And once they get to about 1,600, they're going to start saying, folks, you got to watch it on TV because they won't be able to fit any more people in here for fire and safety regulations as well. There you see the two referees right there, Samuel Brown and Robert Limas, talking to the Menchville and Hampton girls, respectively, as we're moments away. The principal for the Menchville Monarchs, of course, is Bob Johnson. The athletic director, Richard Pop Pitts, the former men's basketball coach here up until 1987. And, of course, for Hampton, the principal is Dr. Michael Canny, and the athletic director is Trish Mitchell. I want to thank them for all their help, as well as Dick Tyson, Gary Silvey, and Belinda Langston for their help. Moments away before tip-off. Big crowd tonight, man.
There's a great crowd so far tonight. You said the capacity is about 1,600. And I'm sure that we are very, very close to that 1,600 right now. I can't even find an open seat. So people are going to have to start crunching together if they want to have a seat during this game.
Live television right here. We're so proud of that fact. Menchville and Hampton coming up in just moments. Other games going in tonight of interest are Woodside at Warwick. This is both girls and boys. Bethel at Gloucester. Denby at Phoebus. Kecoughtan at Heritage. And Hampton, of course, is right here against Menchville and the girls and the boys. And of course, we got the boys game coming up after this as well. Phil Forbes, I tell you, his resume is very impressive. 4 league championships and district championships, 6 regional berths, 3-time Eastern Regional Championships, 4 state tournament berths, 3 times in the Final Four, 1-time state runner-up, State of Virginia Sportsmanship Award. 14 of his ladies are playing college basketball right now. You heard from one of them, Siobhan McKinnon at Virginia Commonwealth. 8 Division I players, 5 All-State players. In 1997, they were ranked 7th in the country last year, Matt.
Menchville's always had a great girls basketball team. Coach Forbes has done a great job with them. I wouldn't be surprised he's not getting offers from colleges from around here or anywhere on the East Coast for his skills as a coach. He's doing a great job here. He's a great gym coach. I had him 2 years ago. But he just does a great job with his teams. Whatever team he's coaching, he does a great job. And I don't know if it's just he gets lucky with the talent or he causes and makes the talent.
Next to Coach Phil Forbes' family, teaching and coaching is his life. He says without students and student athletes, we would not have our jobs. This is why the students are the most important. Anything that he can do to assist the students to become better society members, he will do his best. He always says students come first. As far as the starting lineup for the Hampton girls basketball team, the starting lineup is Ajita Holmes, Felicia Reynolds, Takara White, Latasha Joyner, and Janine Anderson. For the Menchville girls, their starting lineup is Michelle Rodriguez, Sarah Reeves, Lisa Kelly-Apuka, Jennifer Smealin, and Lauren Polk. And of course, Matt, the first 2 meetings, as you see the Hampton Crabbers dressed in the red and white and gray, and the Menchville Monarchs in the purple, gold, and white.
So far, I think this is going to be a great game from what I have seen so far from the teams. They're both getting hyped up right now. They're trying to get the crowd into it. Right now, the average starting height for the Monarchs is 5'8", and for Hampton, the average starting height is 5'6". So there's not a big height difference between them. They both got their height in there, and they both got their short players. But overall, it's a pretty evenly matched in height.
Michelle Rodriguez, there you see Sarah Reeves right there. We just mentioned the starting lineup. Jennifer Smealin, also in the starting lineup. The captains, Michelle Rodriguez, Sarah Reeves, and Shelly Tolbert are the captains. Michelle Rodriguez is a 4-year starting point guard, great floor leader, great passer and shooter. And what a spirited young lady she is. One of the most dedicated ever Lady Monarchs. Our college choices, Matt, are Hampton University, Boston University, University of Charleston, South Carolina. She's the team assist leader as well as the leading scorer as well. And she's also being looked at Mount St. Mary's in Maryland. Sarah Reeves, the captain as well, and Shelly Tolbert.
Like I said, the team does rely on Michelle Rodriguez. She is a great leader. She's got big shoulders she carries the team around. She can do it all. She can pass, she can score. And even if she's on the bench, she still finds a way to get her team pumped up for the game.
The assistant coaches for Hampton are Karen Holly and Charles Gray. For Menchville, their assistant coach is Phil Forbes III. An attorney here dedicates all his time as a volunteer. His dad, of course, the head coach. And we're just about underway as the referees, Samuel Brown and Robert Limas, will be conducting the jump ball. Hampton boys coming up next live on Channel 47 and 6, the premier school system channel in the country by far. Okay, we're underway. Hampton controls it. Right there is Reynolds, got the basketball. Keep your eye on here, folks. A 5'2" senior. Outlet pass, and it's good. A nice jumper right there by number 23, Latasha Joyner.
Right off the back, a great shot. Hampton's coming to play, and they're showing it with that awesome shot, and they're moving the ball around. They're not just giving it to one player and shoot. They're moving the ball around and getting this game moving.
In the lane right there to Cara White. Menchville's got the ball. There's Rodriguez, and she's fouled right there by Felicia Reynolds. But that was good for Hampton to get a good start against Menchville as far as confidence.
That's how they're going to have to do it. They're going to need as much confidence as they can get into this game. So far, it looks like number 10, Michelle Rodriguez for the Menchville Monarchs, number 12 for Hampton are going to be playing man-on-man with each other. They'll be playing against one another as defense and on offense.
Paula Hines, the head coach of the Hampton Crabbers from Alabama. She attended Auburn. It's her third year. She is 8-45 overall, 2-11 overall this year, 1-9 in the district. At the free throw line for the young Menchville Lady Monarchs is number 34, Jennifer Smealin, a 5'8" junior. Menchville girls basketball team has 4 seniors, 7 juniors, 1 sophomore, and no freshman. The shot was good. It's 2-1. Smealin at the free throw line. Her last game for Menchville, she scored a total of 12 points in a win against Phoebus. Tie ball game. We're here live at Menchville High School at Newport News. There is Reynolds. She's a spark plug for the Crabbers. Bounce pass. Off the mark, down the lane, and it was good. Nice shot right there by the Hampton Lady Crabbers, number 32, Janine Anderson.
That was a great play by Janine Anderson. Right after she made the basket, she stopped back and she went on defense to put a little pressure on the press.
Reeves back there at the basket for Menchville. There's Anderson. Outlet to Joyner. Back out to number 21, and that, of course, is Dakara White. There's White in the right side corner. Bounce pass to number 5 for the Crabbers. That shot was off by Ajita Holmes. And it'll be still a tied ball game for all. Live sporting events right here on the Newport News School System channel. Shelly Tolbert, of course, Matt's a great three-point bomber. Great court appearance as well as awareness. Kind of a Larry Bird style player.
She does. She waits on the outside. That's not her whole game. She can go in the middle. She's got the layups and she's got the ball control, but she likes to hang out on the outsides and just sit there and wait for the ball to come there, and she'll drain that 3 with no problem.
Off the side right there for Felicia Reynolds. Reynolds in her last game for Hampton scored 10 points in a loss against Heritage, 55-35. She's a senior. Hampton's got 3 seniors, 2 juniors, 7 sophomores, and 1 freshman. 5-4 in favor of Hampton, a pesky Hampton team trying to position themselves for the district tournament. And they're playing aggressive tonight.
You know, Greg, with the size crowd we have tonight, I think the main key factor is going to be concentration on the free throw line and even in the defense, keeping your head in the game, remembering what you need to do, and that's going to be a key factor of today's game.
We're live right here, 6:39 left in the first quarter. Greg Bicaveras along with Matt Began, the entire crew. 6:36, girls, boys doubleheader here at beautiful Menchville High School in Newport News. In the ball game right now for Menchville comes number 30. She's coming in the ball game. That's Deanna Pear in for Lisa Kay. So in the ball game right now for Menchville, we got Smealin as well as Rodriguez, Polk for the Lady Monarchs, as well as number 30 right there, Deanna Pear. And number 21, Sarah Reeves. 6:36. Menchville trailing it by 1, 5-4. They made the state semifinals a year ago. Lost 52 points from that scoring combo as well. There's Rodriguez, right side jumper, it's off, and the follow-up goes right there by Menchville. Jump ball, it'll be Crabbers basketball.
That's going to show you kind of battle even under the hoop. They're going to be playing hard and rough, and I don't think either team's going to let up at all at this game.
Hampton's got the basketball right now with Paula Hines directing it, the coach right now in her 3rd year. She lost Monica Jackson from a year ago. And, of course, Jackson is now playing for Kecoughtan. She averaged 13 points a game from a year ago. As you see right there, number looks like 34 for the Lady Monarchs. That, of course, is Jennifer Smealing coming off the court. And in the place for her will be number 12 for the Monarchs. That is Shelley Tolbert. Had some kidney stone problems recently. Glad she's back on the court.
Yes, Jennifer Smealing took a step out because of her contact. Looked like it came out in that last play. But it looks like the Menchville traded one 3-point shooter for another into that trade.
Hampton's got the girls basketball right there. Crabber's in the red and white. There's number 1 White, 21 White. She takes a jumper. It's off. Rebound goes to the big hands, number 42, Lauren Polk, 6'2" junior, trying to make up for Chalois Elias.
She is a tall girl on the court right now. She is 6'2", and the closest person near her height is probably about, well, they got another 6'2" player over on Hampton, but she's not in the game right now.
The Mad Bomber right there, Shelley Tolbert. There's number 12 right there, Reynolds. Shot is off. Rebound goes into the hands of Pear. Great hands in Pear. Rodriguez.
Great concentration.
Brings it up the court, going right to left. Menchville is in the yellow and purple and white. There's number 21, Reeves, a veteran on this team. We mentioned Menchville has got a very deep team, 9 or 10 deep on this team. Hampton's got the rebound, and will be traveling Menchville basketball.
Lucky break for Menchville. They're going to need that ball right in their own territory. Maybe give a quick one pass and an easy layup for an easy 2.
Phil Forbes in his 7th year, replacing Becky King back prior to the 91-92 season. Kind of sloppy so far, but Menchville's getting it back together. There's Rodriguez missing, and Hampton's got the basketball.
Great game. There's 5 minutes left with Menchville up 6-5 on Hampton.
There's a long jumper, and it's good. A 3-point play by Takara White, a 5'6" sophomore for Paula Hines' team. She replaced David Six, now the head men's coach at Gloucester. Rodriguez out to Reeves, the co-captain. Down low, Menchville's got the basketball, and it'll be traveling Crabber's ball.
Hampton is just pushing Menchville around. Menchville does not look like they came to play tonight. Hampton wants this game bad enough, and they are showing it now. The way they are muscling for the ball, and they are playing hard.
Lisa Kalapuka and Jennifer Smealing in the ball game now for Menchville. Hampton going left to right, wearing the red, gray, and white. Paula Hines, we mentioned, replacing David Six prior to the 95-96 season. There's a jumper, and it's off the mark right there by number 32, Anderson. Hampton got it, though. Following it back up is off right there by number 23, Joyner. And we see some action right there by our referees, Samuel Brown and Robert Linus. Menchville is averaging 55 points a game this year and giving up 38 on defense as the Monarchs bring the ball in the court right there. 34, Smealing. Out to Rodriguez. Crafty veteran. Jumper in the lane, and it's good. Anytime you got a lady like that, you know you're going to be special. And Michelle Rodriguez has got a certain sparkle in her eye that's special.
Michelle Rodriguez is a great player because once she finds her streak going, once she finds her groove, she can stay on that groove all night long no matter where she shoots from. And even if somebody does get a lucky hand on one or she misses one, she keeps her head in the game and comes back on defense and makes another great play.
Score is 8-all. 3:56 left in the first quarter. Instant replay coming up momentarily. There it is.
Nice shot from the outside. A lot of hang time on it, and it just gets in there. Nothing Monarchs could do on a rebound for that one because it was no rebound.
Timeout right now. The score is 8-all. 3:56 left in the first quarter. Greg Bicaveras along with Matt Began. Glad you're with us for a live cable TV on the school system channel. 12 years of providing great academics, athletics, and excellence to your living room. So proud of that fact. My great staff like Paul Cummings and Ray Price, and Daniel Slayman and Bill Barlow and Jim Anklam, and of course Verbit Jones, all doing the great job at the school system channel. Menchville Monarchs, Phil Forbes, this is his 10th year as a coach here at Menchville overall when you include the basketball. Out of bounds. 11th including basketball. Take that back. 8-all, 3:55. He was also the coach of Denby's boys basketball team back in the early part of the decade. Coached football for 10 years, 7 years as assistant football coach. This is overall. Jumper's no good. Rodriguez, fast court break to Smeelan, and she's fouled.
Fouled and fouled hard.
By Reynolds.
Reynolds is an awesome defensive player. She is playing rough and hard tonight. She has came to play with the team relying on her. She is going to play hard out. You can bet your money on that one.
Forbes also coached the boys basketball team here at Menchville. 16 years overall, combined girls and boys, including his other stints. 4 years as a tennis coach, 1 year as a varsity wrestling coach, 10 years in baseball. Also 22-1 a year ago. The shot is off right there by Smeelan. Track coach, he's been a track coach before, and also director of intramural, so he's done it all. He was born in Syracuse, New York, graduated in 1976. His strengths on his team are court knowledge and awareness. Weaknesses are inexperience. Of course, you lose 3 players as the shot right there was good. Now 9-8 in favor of Menchville.
Menchville's coming back. They're getting their shots in when they can. They're not forcing anything. They're just going in when they have the opportunity. They're passing around. They're being patient. That's a great sign of a great team.
Shot right there. A couple opportunities right there for Hampton's. Shonda Sturdivant was no good. In the lineup right now for Hampton, Takara White, number 12, Felicia Reynolds, number 23, Latasha Joyner, as well as Shonda Sturdivant in the ball game. And the other player is Emily Smith for the Hampton Crabbers. Menchville going right to left. 7-3 in the district. Cross-court pass to Smeelan, off. And it goes into the hands of the Menchville Monarchs, and it'll stay Hampton basketball. We have an interview coming up with Mel Hoffler. Mel.
Hi, Greg. I'm here with Miss Dixon, the activities director at Menchville High School. Miss Dixon, what sort of activities do you have lined up to upcoming?
All right, we have, first of all, a faculty senior basketball game that will be a fundraiser for the After Prom Committee. We have the junior ring dance coming up in March. We have the senior breakfast, senior banquet, and senior prom.
Have the senior class picked their motto yet for this year?
Not yet. They will be picking their colors and the motto and the song at the senior breakfast.
Excellent. Thanks so much for being here with me.
You're welcome.
And I hope you have a wonderful year. Back to you, Greg.
Thanks a lot, Mel, right there for that wonderful interview. And Menchville's got the basketball, leading at 9-8. Here's Rodriguez, the senior, the co-captain, shoots it up, and it's off on the right side. Rebound goes into number 21, Reeves. Out to number 22 for the Monarchs, and that was Lisa Kay. She misses. Back into the hands of the Monarchs. Back to Rodriguez. In the paint, drives, off. Still Menchville's got it. Rodriguez again, she misses. Talk about golden opportunities, Matt.
Those were a lot of open opportunities they had to score, but the great thing is they kept on getting their offensive rebound, and that is sometimes very difficult to do. So that just shows you they do got their mind in the game. Now they just need to get the ball to drop.
Hampton's got the basketball. They are 1-9. They're one. Hello. 9-8 with 2:16 left in the first quarter. Matt, your analysis so far?
So far, I think both teams are playing very hard. Hampton's number 12, Felicia Reynolds, is doing a great job, both defense and offense. She's running back and forth. I'm surprised that she's not even winded yet. I would be running like that, but then again, I'm not in shape. But back to the game. Menchville's doing a great job with their. They're getting their offensive rebound. They're rebounding a lot better than Hampton, but they're still not putting the points in right now. They're lucky that they're up 9-8 right now.
Second shot is up and it's no good, and the follow-up is off. Menchville's got the basketball. Great rebound right there by Lauren Polk. Hampton gets the steal into the hands of number 54 right there for the Monarchs, Regina Price. We want to mention that's Ray Price's daughter right there. Regina Price is a junior on the team. Her father working for the Newport News Schools Telecommunications Department. Nice to see Regina Price out there.
She's also on our van crew, not right now, obviously, but she usually does our character generator for us. When you see the words across the screen and our credits at the end, that's usually her work. She does a great job of it, too, and I've known her for a few years now because she's also in band. So she has a very, very big extracurricular activity list.
And the shot is off, and it's no good right there. Hampton's got it, and a nice follow-up right there by number 42, Emily Smith, 6'2", sophomore for the red and white Crabbers, who are now leading at 10-9 in the first quarter. Kind of a fancy alley-oop right there is off, and it'll stay Menchville basketball. Of course, Hampton girls played the district both in a Christmas tournament, defeated Lakeland, came in 7th place. And of course, Menchville played in one as well for Coach Paula Hines' team, who are leading at 10-9 with 1:25 left in period number 1. In the ball game now for the Menchville Monarchs are Michelle Rodriguez, number 34, Jennifer Smealin, number 30 as well, Deanna Pear, number 22, Lisa Kelly-Abuka, and number 21, Sarah Reeves. Rodriguez has got the basketball in the gold, purple, and white. Right side corner, out to Smealin. She shoots, it's off. Hampton's got the boards, and here comes number 12, Felicia Reynolds, who has scored a total of 10 points in her last game, averaging 6 in the year. Fast break for Menchville. Rodriguez in the paint, and it's good. They needed that shot right there.
Great concentration. That's going to get them back in this game. But the thing that Hampton's doing so great is their defense. They're pressing Menchville, and they're making them make unforced errors, and they can't be doing that right now. Hampton, their defense is really helping them out right now. Menchville needs to start pressing more instead of going down court and setting up a zone. That's just letting Hampton take them outside shots, and that's how they're losing.
That was a nice shot right there by Emily Smith as Hampton still carrying on to that 12-11 lead in the ball game. You want to mention the offense for Hampton. It's a 1-2-2 spread that's working pretty well on Menchville. Their defense is a 2-1-2 and about 8 to 9 players deep on the Hampton girls. They lack speed, but this team has played very well in the paint tonight, especially Emily Smith. As Michelle Rodriguez, the 4th leading scorer in the Peninsula District, has got the basketball at the free throw line right now. Rodriguez for Menchville is averaging 15 points a game. They had a 40-game winning streak here broken against Gloucester, 42-41. More impressive than that, they had a 68-game Peninsula District record broken versus Phoebus, 59-55. Jump ball with 29 seconds left. The score is 12-all. Hampton's got it going left to right. Menchville using that trap defense after that motion offense. Their record on TV is 2-1 on Channel 6 and 47. Hampton girls, their first time ever on the Newport News School System channel. Outside jumper is off by number 23, Joyner. Rodriguez with 12 seconds left on the left side, all alone, misses. It goes out of bounds. Hampton basketball. Very tightly knit first quarter tonight.
It is. So far, they're both 12 up. And Menchville, they're getting a lot of their offensive rebounds, but they're just not putting the ball in, and that's what's hurting them so far. Michelle Rodriguez is doing a great job in her leadership role because this is her 4th season as a varsity player. Since her 9th grade year, she's been on this varsity team, but she's probably got
one second left, and that is it for the first quarter. With the score, we're deadlocked here at a sold-out Menchville High School, 12-all. First quarter is over. Girls basketball, let's go to an interview coming up soon. All right, 12-all. Let's go to Coach Henderson with Reggie Crudup, the boys basketball coach for Menchville.
Hello, this is Reggie Crudup, and I'm here with Coach Henderson, the head basketball coach of the Menchville Monarchs. Coach Henderson, you're going into a tough game tonight playing against Hampton Crabbers, who is ranked nationally. Tell me, what's the game plan going in tonight to beat these Crabbers?
Well, you're right. They are a really good ball club, and I think what we have to do tonight, we have to control the board, have to control the tempo, and if we can do those things successfully, knock down our shots, and I think we'll be okay against them.
Tonight, it's a lot of key matchups with Keith Wilson, Ronna Kerr. They match up real well together. Do you think Keith Wilson can play his game tonight and do what he has done in past games?
Well, we're hoping for that. Keith Wilson, like, as you said, is a very excellent ball player, and hopefully he'll have his penetration game going. Hopefully he'll have his jump shots going tonight to give us a little boost against the Crabbers.
We know Paul Macker has had some injury trouble. Is he 100% tonight?
But he's ready to go. We're not going to say that he's 100%, but he's ready to go.
Okay, I want to thank Greg Henderson for giving the interview. Back to Greg.
All right, thanks a lot for that interview. Reggie Crudup with the boys basketball coach of Menchville, Greg Henderson. 14-12, the Menchville Monarchs. Hampton's got the basketball. We're just starting the second quarter. 7:40 left. There's right there, number 12 for the Crabbers, Reynolds. Hampton in red and white. Coming off a 20-point loss to Heritage, 55-35. Menchville girls, of course, defeated Phoebus by 18 points in their last outing. There's number 23, Joyner, left side corner for the Crabbers. That was number 21. White got the ball stolen away. Here's Rodriguez out to Smealin on the outlet. No good. Hampton using that 2-1-2 defense, but they've seen a lot of fast breaks tonight. As in the ball game right now for the Crabbers comes Lynette Calicut, a sophomore. Mentioned a very young Hampton team. She's got 7 sophomores, Paula Hines does. 3 seniors, 2 juniors, and 1 freshman for the red, white, and gray and black Hampton Crabbers. 14-12 with 7:11 here till halftime. Just saw Trish Mitchell walk by, the athletic director of the Hampton Crabbers. Glad you're with us for a live and exclusive TV coverage here of Peninsula District Basketball right here on Channel 47 and 6. It tiptoed out, Matt.
The ball is just not falling from tonight. I'm not sure really why, but they're putting the ball, it's hitting the backboard and it's looking good, but it's rolling out, it's just falling out. It's not, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just not falling for the Monarchs tonight.
Well-behaved crowd here tonight, and the second shot is up and it's good. 15-12. Menchville leading it. There you see Hampton, and with that 1-2-2 spread offense, Menchville's counting with that trap defense. And a walking violation from our referees, Samuel Brown and Robert Limas. Too many steps on the yellow pages right there. Menchville, of course, 2-1 on TV, and of course they swept the series 2-0 last year. Menchville's got 4 seniors, 7 juniors, 1 sophomore, no freshman. Phil Forbes, the coach, in his 7th year. 156 wins on his resume here. Likes to jog and also play tennis in his spare time. Plays racquetball as well. This is his most losses this year, Matt, since his rookie year, 91-92.
I'm sure this is hard for him with the most losses he's had so far, but I'm sure he's getting over real good, and he's learning from the losses, and he's doing a great job.
Nice shot there by Lisa Kelapakua. Great shot right there as well. 6:28 left. First half. Menchville, that lead is starting to ease on up. Hampton has not scored since the first quarter as the Monarchs lead it by 5. And you can see Phil Forbes' team with his son, Phil Forbes Jr., putting this team together as the season goes on.
During the quarter break, I'm sure Coach Forbes had a little word to say to the girls, and that's got them juiced back up. They're moving around. Menchville's got number 33. 33 for the Menchville Monarchs is Lauren Nunnally, who's a great shooter from outside, but they have also just taken her out. I know she's bringing the ball out, excuse me.
There's Paula Hines right there. Paula Hines' assistants, Karen Holly and Charles Gray. She lives in Gloucester, makes that commute from Gloucester to Hampton High School on Queen Street every day. 17-12. 6 minutes before halftime. Down low in the paint right there is Rodriguez. She's got the basketball. She's the spark plug on this team. She makes it go with her ignition. Great spirited young lady. There's number 34, Smealin. Out to number 31. Back to Reeves. Reeves got the basketball. Menchville slowing the ball down. Motion offense by Phil Forbes. Working it around, kind of like the old North Carolina 4 quarters. The 4 corners by Dean Smith. Worked for so many years in the 70s and 80s, and as well as the 60s when he was coaching there. Jumper right there by number 40 for the Crabbers. Emin Anthony is no good.
Menchville's outright rebounded Hampton right now, and that's what's a big determining factor with the score right now.
Phil Forbes trying to set his patient offense up, trying to work the ball and try to move it around as good as he can. Rodriguez could have a better point guard than that. 4th leading scorer in the district. Out to number 21, Reeves. Reeves averaging 10 points a game. for the Menchville Lady Monarchs. Sold out crowd here tonight at Menchville High School in Newport News. Doing a great job as Phil Forbes directing all the traffic here. A timeout with 5:04 here at Menchville High School. Menchville, of course, the Lady Monarchs this year are 5-1 at home, 2-2 on the road. The Crabbers are only averaging 29 points a game on offense, giving up 49 on defense. Their leading scorer is Felicia Reynolds, scoring 6 points a game. You can see the Hampton Lady Crabbers right there. The Lady Crabbers have had some good players too, Matt, in the past. Katrina Fennell, Shannon Richardson, and Linda Cruz, as well as Stephanie Hicks. Linda Cruz is now playing for the apprentice school. One active player back from last year, so it's a rebuilding year for Paula Hines' team. Felicia Reynolds, the only active player back. Their strengths are ball handling, and their weaknesses are inexperience and lack of speed.
Sounds like for both teams, the big determining factor of their weakness is the inexperience for both players, but they're all getting their play time in, and next year they'll be better. Unfortunately for Menchville, a few of their new starters won't get much chance to start next year because they'll be away for college.
The left-handed shooter right there, number 21 for the Monarchs, Sarah Reeves, 5'8" senior, 3-year varsity member. Most importantly, she's got a 3.2 GPA. Hampton has not scored the entire second quarter. Over 3 minutes, Menchville's outscored them on a 7-0 run. 4:55 left in the first half. Menchville up by 7 here at home.
Menchville's swarming defense is what's causing a big turnaround right now. They're just running around and making Hampton make a mistake.
There's a steal. Hampton's got the basketball. They are 0-6 at home. They're 2-5 on the road. And Menchville kind of got their kinks out in the first quarter. You can see what a disciplined team and motivated team Phil Forbes has. Right there, number 33 in the ball game, Lauren Nunnally, a junior, also a great soccer and tennis player from Marvin Hedgepath in tennis. Rodriguez out to number 12, Shelly Tolbert. And the shot is good by Smeelan. Smeelan's doing a good job inside.
She's having a great game so far. I'm liking the way that Menchville's offense is running. They're keeping it on the outside, and they're waiting to thread the needle right up the middle and the key and get the easy layup.
21-12. Fast break. There's Rodriguez. Shoots it, and it's good. And it's all Menchville in the second quarter on a 11-0 run with 4 minutes left before halftime.
You're watching WHCS Cable Channel 5, educational television for our community of learners.
By Smeelan. Smeelan's doing a good job inside.
She's having a great game so far. I'm liking the way that Menchville's offense is running. They're keeping it on the outside, and they're waiting to thread the needle right up the middle and the key and get the easy layup.
21-12. Fast break. There's Rodriguez. Shoots it, and it's good. And it's all Menchville in the second quarter on an 11-0 run with 4 minutes left before halftime. Paula Hines should call a timeout.
Hampton's just not playing with the same intensity they were the first quarter, and that's what's hurting them right now. They got to play intense.
Latasha Joyner. And there's Rodriguez. He's got the basketball. Bounce pass, beautiful, and it's good to Smeelan. What great teamwork.
That was a great read right there. She could have went up for the layup, and instead she dished it off to a much easier layup for Jennifer Smeelan.
25-12, Menchville. 3:30 left before halftime. There's number 21, White. Right side corner to Joyner. Fast break again. Rodriguez skedaddles a little bit, shoots it up, and it's good.
I think Rodriguez has found her spot tonight.
Timeout for Hampton. Menchville has outscored Hampton 15-0 on live television.
All right, the crowd's starting to get into it now. The Menchville side is roaring.
Menchville, of course, they played Oscar Smith and Kempsville over the holidays. You see the Menchville Lady Monarchs. They're 5-1 at home and 2-2 on the road. 4 seniors, 7 juniors, 1 sophomore, no freshman. The school board meeting will air after the boys game tonight. Also tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the morning and 5 in the afternoon. Speaking of tomorrow, who do you like in the Super Bowl?
I like Denver. I'd really like to see Elway get this Super Bowl. But if I was betting on the game, or if I really had, my brains put into it, I'd have to go with Green Bay because of their size and especially players like Brown. He's just a monster guy in the defense. It's going to be hard running by him. So Elway's going to have to put some in the air, and they're going to have the game of their life, like they've been saying, to get the Super Bowl ring.
I like Denver outright. I think Denver's going to beat this team. I'm not impressed by Green Bay when they played against Indianapolis, although they are unbelievable as far as their quarterback, Brett Favre. I still think John Elway is a better quarterback. That's my opinion, and I think that Denver will win the game.
Favre said himself that he models himself after Elway, so we're going to see very similar games for both offenses.
27-12, 3 minutes left. Rodriguez out to number 12, Tolbert. It's been all Menchville in the second quarter, and a foul. In the ball game right now is Shelly Tolbert, Michelle Rodriguez, Sarah Reeves, Lauren Nunnally, and right now substitution, Erica Bowles. So Bowles and Smealin and Reeves, as well as Lauren, check that, number 12, Shelly Tolbert, and Michelle Rodriguez. Smealin at the free throw line, shoots it up, and it's good. 28-12 with 2:55 left in the third quarter. Menchville keeps rolling along, Matt.
Menchville's doing a great job, and there's a big concern for Hampton right now. Number 12, Felicia Reynolds, their key player, is now have 4 fouls, and it's not even into the second half. So she should calm down a little bit and play a little less defense and kind of keep it the fouls down, not play more as aggressive, or she will be sitting the bench the rest of the game in the second half.
They came out so impressively, Hampton did, but Menchville just shut them down completely. Phil Forbes and his arsenal, 9 or 10 deep players he has with Coach Phil Forbes Jr. And the jump shot is up, and it's good. Finally, Hampton scores a great shot there by number 21 to Carl White. We have an interview coming up now with Steve Wetstein, a former Menchville great basketball and tennis standout. Take it away.
As Greg said, I'm here with Steve Westheim. Steve, how were you involved with the basketball program when you were here?
I was a 4-year member of the varsity basketball team here from '89 to '92.
And what did you do after high school?
I graduated and then went to the University of Virginia, and now I'm working for an accounting firm in Virginia Beach.
That's great. Steve graduated in '92. And are you here tonight just to enjoy the game or what?
Yeah, I'm out here to support the program and root for the Monarchs, although I do have a special interest as I hope Mr. Curry ends up going to the University of Virginia. But still hoping the Monarchs do well tonight and hope for a good game.
All right, Steve, thanks so much for being here with me, and I hope you enjoy the game.
Thanks.
Back to you, Greg.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that interview right there. Mel Hoffler with Steve Wetstein, former Menchville great basketball player, played for Greg Henderson's first year team here back in '91-92. Also played on the tennis team, a good number 3 player for Marvin Hedgepath, and also went to UVA. Outstanding young man, Steve Wetstein.
Hampton's making a lot of unforced errors right now. They're forgetting to put the ball down before they decide to walk away. So that's going to give them the travel call, and that's what's hurting them right now. Not only the playing and the shooting, but they're causing a lot of penalties on themselves and giving Menchville the ball back, and that's not what they want.
Michelle Rodriguez got the basketball. Menchville's up by 16, 31-15. Hampton got the boards right there. Hampton scored that first three-pointer, the first 3 points of the second quarter. Hampton, who's a total of 1-9 in the district, 2-11 overall, struggling here in the second quarter. Menchville trying to ease their way back up to the top 3 of the Peninsula District. They only trail Denby and Phoebus by 1 full game. In fact, Phoebus takes on Heritage tonight. No, Phoebus takes on Denby tonight, and Heritage takes Kickingham tonight. Rodriguez, jumper, it's off. 1 minute, 10 seconds left till halftime. And Phil Forbes giving some of his players a little break right now. As you see in the ball game right there, for the Menchville Lady Monarchs, Stephanie Ashley, as well as Rodriguez, Vanessa Gray, number 20, Sherry Trussell. Hampton's got the basketball with 1 minute left. Number 40 right there is Emma Anthony. The jumper is off by Joyner, and Hampton still got it in the deep corner. Right side corner, it's off by Joyner. 45 seconds left. Menchville's got the ball, and it'll be Hampton's basketball. Check that, the Monarchs basketball.
Hampton's getting the ball, but they're just not putting the shots down. And that's what's hurting them right now. Just like in any game, if you can't put the points in, you can't put the points on the board, you're going to have a very difficult time at winning. And Hampton's proving that right now. They're getting the ball, and they're controlling the court pretty much, but they're just not putting the ball in. And they shoot it up, and Menchville steals the rebound, and they take it down and get the score. And that's why right now, Menchville's up 31-15 on Hampton.
At the free throw line, Erica Bowles, a junior, at the free throw line. We mentioned Erica Bowles and Vanessa Gray out there, as well as Sherry Trussell, and of course Stephanie Ashley, and number 34, Jennifer Smealin. Second shot by the left-handed junior is good. Nice touch. 32-15, Menchville up by 17. 40 seconds left. And it'll be a foul right there. Hampton's basketball with 32 seconds left. With the boys game coming up, we have an extensive interview coming up, an exclusive interview coming up with Ronald Curry in February of Newport News Sports Highlights. Very excited about that. Turned down a lot of radio and TV interviews, but he gladly spoke with us for the Exposure Newport News. And there's the shot right there. It's off, and it'll be Menchville basketball with 21 seconds. Big crowd here tonight. Live crowd here in Newport News. And Menchville has trouble bringing the ball up the court. There is number 5, Ashley. The jumper is off by number 23, Gray, with 13 seconds before halftime. And the crowd is filing on behind tonight.
This game is a great warm-up game. The crowd's really get into it. For tonight's game, the boys are going to match up with the Hampton and Menchville are going to match up later on in the second game. And right now the crowd's getting into it. They're starting to warm up, getting their cheers and everything, and it's going to be a great game.
All right, 4 seconds left. Traveling, Menchville will get the last shot. 32-15, Menchville leading it. Menchville, of course, their next game, they're on the road at Kickingham. Hampton is at home against Denby, looking for their first home win of the year, although they've gotten 2 overall. Smealin with 2 seconds, takes the jumper, it's off. And that's the halftime score. Menchville 32, Hampton 15. Menchville outscored Hampton by a score of 20-3 in the second quarter, Matt.
They are doing a great job. Second quarter.
We'll let Matt Began and Reggie Crudup talk for a few minutes, as well as Mel Hoffler. Mel.
Yes, Greg, we're having a great game. There's a huge crowd here. We've got lots of great interviews going on, and I see such people as Don Miner and Mr. Brooks and Doc Edison all here in the crowd enjoying the game.
We do have a great crowd. Reggie, so far you've been watching the game, been doing interviews. How do you think the game's going so far for both teams?
Menchville is playing great. Michelle Rodriguez, she's at her best tonight, and I'm planning to see Menchville take the game.
You think so? Mel, what do you think? How do you think both teams are doing so far?
Well, so far, I mean, it seems like an exciting game. Great defense, great offense, great everything. They're just running up and down the court, doing a great job.
Hey, Reggie, do you think that Hampton's relying too much on Felicia Reynolds? They're letting her control the ball on the outside, and she's making most of the plays. She's not dishing it out as much, and her team's just not putting up the points they should be to help her out.
I guess they have to rely on someone.
I think so. And so far we've been seeing both teams running back and forth. The score is 32-15 for Menchville. The Hamptons came into the Lions Den tonight, and Menchville, they started off slow in the first quarter, but they're really coming back into the second quarter. And during halftime, I'm sure that Coach Forbes is really going to juice them up. What kind of role do you think Coach Forbes plays for the Menchville's team?
Oh, he plays a tremendous role. He's had so many great players come through here, like Misty Hart, Danielle Dawson. So he plays a great role. He knows the game real well, and he's teaching these girls, and they're doing what they have to.
That's right, Reggie. So far, we got a major crowd in here so far. Nobody's really getting up. A few people are moving around. They get a little drinks. Both boys' teams are moving into the locker rooms to start getting warmed up for their game. We have 7:40 left in our halftime, and we're going to... All right, folks, we're watching live sports basketball right here on channel 47 and 6. But right now, we're going to go to a commercial break. Stay tuned.
Test, not just of strength, but of the power of the mind. And if you complete the journey, you will be changed forever. The few, the proud, the Marines.
What would you do if you had to choose between the buffalo and the giraffes, between a flower or an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Would you make the right choice? Would there be a right choice? Now there's a way to help. Not just one, but all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with. Ask your employer about workplace giving.
All right. Welcome back live to Menchville High School in Newport News. And of course, Menchville's got the lead 32-15 over the Hampton Crabbers, outscoring them 20-3 in the second quarter. Greg Bicaveras along with Matt Began, and we'll be having an interview coming up momentarily as well with Reggie Crudup and Eric Diggs. Eric Diggs, 1985 graduate of Ferguson High School. Anytime we are ready, we'll take it to them as well. Boys game coming up. Let's go now for the interview. The camera's not there right now as well.
Hello, this is Reggie Crudup, and I'm
32-15, Matt.
Hello, I'm Reggie Crudup, and I'm here with Eric Diggs, a former Ferguson player. Ferguson's not now around. He played in the 85 team. Tell me, how are the players now different from the one time you played?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with now is that the speed. You know, the players are a lot faster. They're playing above the rim, whereas when I played, we more or less played organized ball. We played the basic fundamental game where we ran plays a lot. We ran a whole lot of more plays. But I think there are a lot better athletes now too. You know, these kids they're stronger, they're faster, they're jumping a whole lot higher than we ever did. But it's exciting. It's exciting to watch them play. I think Hampton got a very exciting player in Ronald Curry. You know, people they mostly talk about his athletics, but as a person, from the way he carries himself off the court, is what's impressive to me. His character is very demeaning. You know, he's very laid-back player, and I think that's very important in today's society for sports. With all the stuff that's going on in NBA and you know these superstars and the things that they're doing, I think that kids need to see a positive role model in a young kid like himself.
Mm-hmm. Okay, your team went to the regionals when you were at Ferguson. How was that for you? How was going to the regionals and all that action, all the fans? How was that?
It was great. It was great. I think what was so exciting about it is that regardless, you know, we've been on the Peninsula. Peninsula was a basketball team. You know, everybody looked at Newport News as being basketball and Hampton as being football. But at that time, when we was the only one left in the region, the whole Peninsula came together to support us, and I think that was the most important part about it, that they all came out to support.
Okay, before we end the interview, can you give me your Super Bowl prediction? Who do you think is going to win?
Well, considering that the Cowboys are, you know, taking the time off to vacation, I have to go with Green Bay.
Okay, you heard it here, Green Bay. I want to thank Eric Diggs. This is Reggie Cruder. Back to Greg.
Thank you.
All right, and there's his brother right there as well. They call him Batman, works the Newport News School System, does a great job with the grounds crew with Mike Greco and, of course, Dick Tyson, the entire crew right there. 32-15, and Menchville's got the lead. Menchville will be taking on, we mentioned, on Tuesday at Kecoughtan. And, of course, the score with is 32-15. And as far as Hampton, they'll be taking on Denby at home next week. There you see the score right there. Menchville, the home team on the bottom, leading it by 17. What must Hampton do here in the second half?
Hampton needs to go back to the defense they're playing from the very beginning. Hampton just needs to put the ball on the ground, and they need to force Menchville to make mistakes. Great players like Felicia Reynolds are putting a great pressure on the team, and they're doing a great job. And I think they need to come back and keep doing that, because in the second quarter they eased off, they played a little safer. They need to go back to playing hard basketball, because that's what it's going to take to beat Menchville tonight, because Menchville right now is up by 17 points, and it's going to take a hard defensive job for Hampton to come back with that kind of point spread.
1:27 left here before the game starts. Of course, we have the men's basketball game coming up after this, and of course it's going to be a great barn burner there as well. The Menchville boys and the Hampton boys both tied for #1 in the Peninsula District. Of course, these two teams won the Peninsula District the last couple of years. Hampton won the state championship, the second under Walter Brower in '89 as well as 1997. Of course, we're here at Menchville High School tonight. Of course, we brought to you the Heritage War Game back on December 18th. And Phil Forbes got it going here. His team is 7-3 in the district this year. They're tied with Bethel. And of course, the Crabbers looking for that position in the district tournament. I want to thank our good friends at Domino's Pizza. Don't forget to give them a call, folks, during the time right now, 595-3030. They'll be open tomorrow at 11 o'clock for Super Bowl Sunday, 595-3030. Call them for hot, fresh pizza with any toppings you want. Buy a large at a regular price and get a second pizza of equal or lesser value free at Domino's, 595-3030. Thanks for supporting the Newport News School System TV channel. And the boys game coming up. During the in-between these two games, we'll have like a 15-minute break. So you'll be looking at the bulletin board and come back to us in 15 minutes, or keep it live right there on 47. Don't go away, because we're going to have the men's game coming up immediately in 15 minutes after this game concludes. A lot of new coaches. Hampton girls looking for their 9th win in 3 years, while Menchville, they've been dominating the last several years. They were a total of 27-1 a year ago. Menchville will have the basketball in the yellow, purple, and white, leading it by 17. Rodriguez on the fast break, and it's good.
Right off the bat, Rodriguez is showing that she's not going to show any mercy tonight in the game. She's probably going to go for high points, but every game they probably do that. I'm saying she's going to be going, and she's going to play hard to show Hampton that Menchville's not to be toyed with.
Hampton's got the basketball going right to left. Rodriguez with the steal. Here she comes, number 10, down the right lane, and it's off. A little bit too quick right there. Needs to take her time like she did in the second quarter.
They should pass the ball around on the fast breaks. I understand going up for the hoop, but if there's a lot of players behind it, slow it down a little bit. Make Hampton play defense. Don't let them just run around with you and foul you. Make them play defense, kick the ball on the outside, wait to thread the needle down the middle, and get the 2 for the layup, or even just kick it out to the outside and get a 3.
Rodriguez for Menchville, that motion offense. Takes the shot herself, and it's off. And the follow by number 22 for the Monarchs, Kelly Pakua, and that's off as well. Rodriguez, as well as Lisa Kelikapua, are in the ball game right now, as well as Jennifer Smealin, Sarah Reeves, and number 22, we mentioned Lisa Kay, and 42, Lauren Polk. There is Reynolds. She needs to get hot here in the third quarter. Out to number 5, Holmes, and she travels. In the ball game right now is Emily Smith for Hampton, as well as Felicia Reynolds, number 21 to Carl White, number 23 Latasha Joyner for the Crabbers. Nice shot right there.
If you give Melissa that open shot, if you give Rodriguez that open shot, she will take it and she will drain it if you let her in the key with that amount of time. You need to push up on them. You need to put a lot of pressure on them and make them take outside shots.
All right. 36 to 17, Menchville leading. Let's go to Mel Hoffler with an interview.
Thanks, Greg. I'm here with Nika Bartlett, a junior varsity cheerleader. Nika, tell me, do you enjoy coming to the sporting activities?
Yeah, I enjoy coming to sporting activities.
How long have you been cheering?
This is my first year cheering for Menchville, but I've cheered for other districts and stuff. Like outside of Virginia, I cheered in California for the Lady Warriors. And when I was little, I cheered Little League for the Spartans Boys Town. It's like a boys club. It's a boys club.
Tell me about the Lady Warriors. Is that a high school or a college or what?
No, it's like a recreation center that is like, you know, like boys clubs, but it's like a boys club in California.
Okay, tell me about the boys basketball game. How long have you been cheering boys basketball long or what?
This is like my first year cheering for basketball. I cheered football when I cheered for the Spartans and the Lady Warriors.
Okay, thanks so much for talking with me, and we're going to go back to Greg.
Thanks, Mel, for that wonderful interview. There's Rodriguez at the free throw line. And a nice give and go to number 21, Sarah Reeves.
Smart basketball. That was smart basketball.
Menchville up by 20, 40 to 20 with 5:30 left in the third. There's right there number 12, Reynolds. And it'll be Hampton basketball. Substitution for Menchville. The Mad Bomber, Shelly Tolbert, coming in for number 42, Lauren Polk. Lauren Polk's got a 4.1 grade point average. So does Lauren Nunnally, has a 4.2. Smealin, number 34, right side, it's good.
These fast breaks are really helping the Monarchs. They're staying cool, they're keeping their concentration with such a big crowd, and they're getting the layups in.
Timeout for the Hampton Crabbers. Menchville leading at 42 to 20 with 5:15 left here in the third quarter. Menchville's got some players in college right now doing very well. Misty Hart came out here in 1994 from Christopher Newport. Daniel Dawson now at Hampton University. Shalois Elias, of course, at Virginia. Candace Edwards at Richmond. And Siobhan McKinnon at Virginia Commonwealth. Coach Phil Forbes replacing Becky King. Prior to the 91-92 season, lives in Newport News. Also coached the baseball team. Had some great players on that team last year, like Shelton Hargett. In the ball game for Hampton, now they're trailing about 22. R. Reynolds, number 21 to Carl White. Number 23, Latasha Joyner. Number 33, Shonda Sturdivant. There's Rodriguez. Misses the layup. And it'll be Hampton basketball. And Hampton's also got Janine Anderson in the ball game. So they got some pretty big young ladies out there. Just haven't capitalized since that first quarter.
They're just not muscling out under the boards. They're not boxing out and getting the rebounds. That's what's hurting Hampton so far. Menchville sliding in there, putting a body into them, and jumping up and getting the rebound. And I think the reason that Menchville's offense is so effective tonight, such a threat, is not only do they got the outside shooting, but they can take it in the middle, and they got great passing. That's what's helping them out so much.
Hampton's got the basketball. Nice try there by Sturdivant. No good. Here comes Smealin. Fast break like a guys team. Very good Menchville fast break team we're seeing in the second half tonight. Big crowd, huge crowd. Glad you're with us live on channel 47 and 6 in Newport News. See the tape replays on Tuesday and Thursday. 4:30 left here in the third quarter. There's Phil Forbes, Syracuse, New York native. And a nice give and go. Nice shot there by Sarah Reeves.
That's just great concentration, and she's just waiting for that nice little pass. They're not rushing anything. They're being patient. They'll wait for the easy pass for an easy layup.
We'll hopefully be bringing some baseball to you this spring, so keep it tuned right here on channel 47 and 6. Great shows like live school board meetings and live homework television. We also have live special programs like the Financial Aid Show, live sporting events. Eye on Education with Jim Anklem, Newport News Sports Highlights. You'll be seeing a Ronald Curry interview in February. Great work from our staff and students right here on the Newport News School System channel. And it'll be Hampton basketball there. Menchville Monarchs lead the series last year 2-0 over this team. Boys game coming up after this. Captains for Menchville, Rodriguez, Reeves, and Tolbert. Hampton's got the basketball. Joyner out to White. Back out to Reynolds. Takes a jumper. It's off into the hands of Rodriguez. Outlet like Smealin. And there's the Mad Bomber, and she misses. Number 12, Shelly Tolbert. The big bomber, Tolbert misses. There's a feisty rebound right there by the Crabbers. State champions in football 3 years in a row, and in basketball last year for the men's. Girls team just hasn't got it going, though. Only 8 wins in 3 years. David Six, of course, was the coach prior for Hampton back during the 94-95 season. Hampton trying to be patient, doesn't work, but they get the steal. Nice steal by Reynolds with 3:19 left. Menchville's got a comfortable 44-20 lead.
They do, and I'm surprised that Coach Forbes doesn't start pulling out most of his starters and put them in. I think around the fourth quarter is when he'll start subbing most of his bench players in and giving them a little opportunity to get some game experience now with a comfortable lead that they have by about 24 points.
And there's Reynolds right there, misses a shot, and it'll be Crabbers basketball into the hands of Rodriguez from Menchville. The give and go. Her and Smealin are quite a combination, Matt.
They are, and there's a great dish out pass. Michelle is such a threat because she's got great eyes on the court. She knows where to put the ball and how to put it there to them, whether a bounce pass or a quick throw pass. And then her player she passed to usually gets the points. There's a rare occasion that they don't.
It's like a scoop of ice cream. She keeps on scooping the entire team. 46-20. Menchville leading by 26. They have outscored this Hampton team by 34-8 since the start of the second quarter. That's been the difference. Rodriguez. Down low to Smealin. She misses. Hampton tries to get it. They don't. Menchville's got in the yellow uniforms. Nunnally takes a shot. She misses back in the lane. Out to Smealin. To Tolbert. And nice rebound there by Shauna Sturdivant. I like the looks of Sturdivant, number 33 for Hampton. Crabbers got the basketball going right to left. And a nice shot right there by Reynolds. Instant replay coming up momentarily. There is Smealin. And what a follow-up that was, Matt Beacon.
She fell, and that was great concentration. She saw the player in her face the entire time, from about half court all the way down to the hoop. She had a player in her face, and she somehow still made the points.
And this set shot is off right there by Smealin. And Menchville gets it back. The turnaround is off by Tolbert. Here come the Crabbers, down by 24 with 1:20 left in the third quarter. Joyner has got the basketball, number 23, out to number 21, White. Steal by Lauren Nunnally, great soccer and tennis player, a three-sport veteran, and also a 4.2 GPA. Reynolds, the give and go, it's good. You wonder why Hampton hasn't done that more in the second half.
Because Menchville's defense is just pressuring them too much. You're not giving them any opportunities to dish it around. So Menchville's offense is taking over now, and they're going to pass it around. And the great thing about Menchville, they're kind of small, but they're still not afraid to take it up in the middle in a big crowd. And they either get the foul or they'll get the points.
Hampton's got the basketball. Reynolds has got the ball. Left side, and she misses.
They're going to call Nunnally with a blocking foul.
30 seconds left here in quarter number 3. 30 seconds. Menchville leads it 46-24. In the ball game right now for Menchville is Stephanie Ashley. She's in the ball game with Michelle Rodriguez, Jennifer Smealin, number 20, Sherry Trussell, a 5'10 junior, as well as number 21, Sarah Reeves for the Monarchs. And it'll stay Hampton basketball. Throwing it inbounds will be number 21, Takara White. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Joyner, it's good. Nice shot there by Latasha Joyner.
That was an NBC shot, as Dick Vitale would say, nothing but cotton. Beautiful shot, nothing but net.
10 seconds left in the third quarter. Rodriguez, set shot, it's off. 6 seconds. Hampton's got the basketball. Nice rebound by Sturdivant. 2-1, last shot.
Not gonna make it.
And it's off. And the third quarter comes to an end with Menchville prevailing 46-27 here at home. Matt Began, your thoughts?
I think Hampton's starting to get an idea of how Menchville's playing their offense, and they're getting out there, they're forcing Menchville around, they're making them make plays instead of doing what they want to do. On the other hand, Menchville's defense is playing a lot more aggressive now. They're not afraid to go up into the basket, they're not afraid to jump up in the faces of Hampton and cause them to make bad shots, and that's what's helping Menchville out so much in tonight's game.
I want to thank our good friends at Domino's Pizza, 595-3030. For helping us out, 595-3030. For great Domino's Pizza. Stand by soon for an interview. Mel Hoffler, take it away.
This is Mel Hoffler here. I'm with Diane Limerick. She keeps the stats for the Hampton High School teams. Miss Limerick, tell me, have the Hampton girls been real active this game?
Real active? Well, in the first half they were 4 for 14 and 1 for 4 from the three-point line. And in the second half they weren't so good. They went 0 for 6 and then only 1 for 2 from the three-point.
All right. Tell me about Felicia Reynolds. Has she been doing well? How many rebounds and all?
Oh, she got 3 fouls quick, so she came out of the game. Her rebounds aren't any good. Emily Smith did a good job on the boards, and Carla James. I can't think of her last name.
All right, Miss Limerick. Thanks so much. And now we're going to go back to Greg.
All right, thanks a lot, Mr. Cummings, right there, and Mel Hoffler, 48-27.
They're doing a great job so far. Hampton's kicking around, but there's a great steal by Jennifer Smealin, number 34, and bring it down, and a great dish pass. As Greg was saying, Tolbert and, Smealin and Rodriguez work great as a pair.
And right there,
the Hampton with a quick dish out pass. There's a big number 42, Emily Smith, the sophomore, 6'2 sophomore, with a great rebound and dish in. Dishing it out. There's Rodriguez dishing in, and a nice shot. And it goes in, and she's going to get it. She's going to get the points and the free shot.
6:47 left here in the third quarter. 6:47 left. .647 left here in the third quarter. Michelle Rodriguez at the free throw line. Menchville up 52-29 here with 23-point lead here in the fourth quarter. And she cans another one right there for Rodriguez. And Hampton's got the basketball.
She makes a three-point conversion. Great shot.
Right now, right for the Crabbers is number 21. That is to Carl White. Out to Lynette Callicutt in the ball game right now. Callicutt to Carl White for Hampton. Number 42, Emily Smith. And a little sloppy underneath right there with 6:31 left in the fourth quarter. Menchville's got a 24-point lead. Matt Began.
Menchville's starting to put their swarm defense back on. They are just swarming all over the Hampton Crabbers and making them make mistakes, and they are doing a great job of that.
Boys game coming up live after this. Right there, number 21 for the Crabbers, and that was to Carl White. She misses. Outlet pass into Sturdivant. She gets the second chance, misses again. She's so tall at 5'10" sophomore. Smealin out to Rodriguez. She's deadly from anywhere. Off into the hands of Sturdivant. Here comes Reynolds with 6 minutes left, trailing by 24. Hampton going left to right. As Emily Smith, and she loses it again. Hampton has not been able to regain composure since after the first quarter.
Menchville's not allowing them to regain that composure. They're making them force their shots. They're all over them. They're not giving them any chance to breathe. They're taking it to them as hard as they did in the second and third quarter. They are really, really taking it to them in tonight's game.
5:47 left here in the ball game. Get the boys game coming up live after this. Menchville and Hampton. Menchville girls, we mentioned, folks, looking for their 8th win in the district. They're 9-5 overall. Hampton is 1-9, 2-11 overall. In the ball game now for Menchville in the purple, gold, and white yellow uniforms is number 42 right there, Lauren Polk, Michelle Rodriguez, Jennifer Smealin, Lisa Kalapuka, and also we have number 12, the big bomber, Shelly Tolbert. 4-year varsity member. He takes the shot, it's up, and it's no good. Rebound to Smith. And Rodriguez gets it, going left to right. Menchville playing very impressive here the last several games. Averaging 55 points a game, giving up only 38. And Hampton scores their 31st point of the ball game right there. Rodriguez brings it up gingerly, throws it right side to Smealin. And she's fouled on the play. That's Lisa Kay right there, fouled on the play. And pretty much it's academic as long as Menchville keeps their composure here.
As long as Menchville stays to the game plan they've been doing, and they're having such a great game, and if they keep that same game plan and they keep their composure and keep their concentration in this big crowd, I think they're going to run away with this game with a pretty big margin.
Menchville's got 9 or 10 deep. We're seeing pretty much the entire roster tonight. About 12 girls in the team. Shot is up, and it's no good by Lisa Kalapuka. Phil Forbes, we mentioned, is a lot of good help there from his son, Phil Forbes Jr., a volunteer on the team. 4 state tournament berths, we mentioned. 1-time state runner-up back in '93. 6 regional berths, 4 league championships and district championships. 14 of his girls are playing college basketball from Division I through 3. And a nice shot right there, 3-point play by number 10, Lynette Callicutt.
That was a pretty shot. Not much arc on it, but it was still a good shot.
And Menchville answers right there, Matt Began.
That was a great shot by Menchville's number 23, Vanessa Gray. She's a 5'8" sophomore who's having pretty much a great game. Every time she comes in, she's making a great contribution to the 5.
Referees doing a great job tonight. Samuel Brown, Robert Limas. We have the men's game coming up after this. In March in Newport News Sports Highlights, you'll be seeing one of Phil Forbes' former players, Candace Edwards, who's now at the University of Richmond. We'll go up there in a few weeks or so, try to get an interview with her. Rodriguez. That was Regina Price right there, Mr. Price's daughter on the staff here. Turnaround jumper by Rodriguez is no good. Here comes Reynolds for Hampton, the red and white. heaves it down to Calicut, stolen away by Tolbert, and it'll be Menchville basketball.
Menchville's team, they have great court awareness. They know where the ball's at. They know where they are on the court at all times without even looking around. They just know where they are. They know where their players are. And so they're making the easy steals, and they can come back with a great pass and get a shot in.
And the big bomber right there does what she does best, showing the entire city of Newport News what a great shooter she is.
I think Tolbert found her spot now.
59-34. Rodriguez with the steal.
After the point, she got her hand in on that shot and blocked it.
Takes the give and go, and it's good. Nice layup by Rodriguez. No matter what Menchville's doing, it's all working now. They've scored 49 points since the end of the first quarter. They were 20-0 in the district last year. Hampton was 4-16 from a year ago. Menchville coming off a 23-point win over Phoebus. Hampton coming off a 20-point loss to Heritage. With 3:50 left, Matt, we're seeing Menchville peaking at the time they want to peak as we get close to February.
As we get towards February, we go into the tournament, and Menchville's doing a great job so far. They're really putting on the heat right now, and they are showing that they came to play.
Instant replay coming up.
There's Rodriguez, great shot. She just had players all around her and gets it and kisses it off the glass. Foul, and she's getting a shot, and so she can make this a three-point play.
61-34, 3:50 left here in the third quarter. Check that fourth quarter. We got the boys game coming up after this, live on channel 47 and 6. Big crowd on hand tonight, Matt Began, to see the number 1 versus number 2 boys basketball game after this, featuring, of course, the Parade All-American Ronald Curry and his Hampton Crabbers, a defending state champion, against the Menchville Monarchs. Should be an exciting showdown. Hampton won 2 of the 3 games last year. And, of course, Walter Brower leads the series over Greg Henderson 9-3. As you can see, a big smile on the face right there, Michelle Rodriguez. You can always see what a spirited young lady she is.
She's out there just having a great time, and that's why she plays the sport so well. But she's not worried so much about the competition. It's just how much fun she has out there playing the game.
Right there, Rodriguez got the basketball. She's everywhere. She is dynamic. Takes the jumper, and it's no good. She gets it again, folks. She's unbelievable. Michelle Rodriguez, number 10. 4-year starting point guard, great leader, 15 points a game. Rebound goes to Crabbers. And a foul right there.
It's going to be on Vanessa Gray, number 23 for the Monarchs. But as you were saying about the crowd, Greg, it seems like wherever Ronald Curry and the Crabbers are, the crowd follows. Because we did a game with the Warwick Raiders against Hampton Crabbers earlier this season in football, and the place was packed. That's the most people I've ever seen at Todd Stadium. And now here's another, this is the most people I've ever seen at a basketball game.
Menchville is 2-1. The girls are on channel 6 and 47, looking for their 3rd win overall on TV. Phil Forbes and his dad both doing a great job as the coaches here. Phil Forbes has coached the men's basketball team here as well as the baseball team. Still the baseball coach today. 3:10 left. Here's Rodriguez again. Left to right. What a bounce pass that was on live TV. Great bounce pass to Shelly Tolbert.
It don't get much better than that, Greg. That was a beautiful pass. She knew right where she was going to be and when. And, oh, that was just a great pass. Tolbert took the ball in, number 12. Took the ball in with an easy layup like it was nothing.
Rodriguez brings the ball up the court. Menchville leading it by 29, 63-34. They're in the driver's seat. They're in 4th gear here in the 4th quarter. And right there, a foul. Domino's Pizza, our sponsors tonight, 595-3030. Great pizza, huh, Matt?
That was great pizza. Nothing goes better with watching TV than a good pizza. Sitting down with a pizza, and it's not nothing until you have the grease drool off your lip and having a great.
63-34, 2:48 left here in the 4th quarter. Get the boys game coming up. You see the school board meeting coming up tonight after the men's basketball game. Also tomorrow at 7 and 5. And the shot by Rodriguez is off the mark. And a substitution comes in. Looks like number 54, Regina Price, the 5'11 junior, coming in for Lisa Kelapakua, a 5'11 senior. So one 5'11 player coming in for another 5'11 player. Coach Forbes got 13 young ladies dressed on the bench tonight, and they're now leading it by 30. 64-30 in favor of Menchville.
Menchville is having probably the game of their season so far. They're really taking it out. Great pass by Gina Bean, Regina Price.
And it's all academic right there. Nice layup right there by Michelle Rodriguez, the 4-year veteran, being looked at by so many schools, including Boston University and Hampton University, Division I as well. Big crowd tonight. Gary Sibley's here, the athletic director for the Newport News Schools. Capacity crowds, barely hard to get a seat in here, so glad you're with us on live TV. With 2:26 left here in the fourth quarter. Everyone here to see the women's basketball game as well as the men's. And Hampton's got it. There's Reynolds, number 12, going right to left. Bounce pass, and stays in bounds. Out to Joyner. She's got it. She's trapped by that trapping defense of Menchville. Crabber shoot it up, and it's good. Nice jump shot right there by number 21 to Carl White. And the jumper is off by the Monarchs. And in the ball game now is number 23, Vanessa Gray, Regina Price, number 42, Lauren Polk, number 12, Shelly Tolbert, still trying to get her feet back together again after that kidney stone operation. Michelle Rodriguez out of the game right now. And, of course, number 23, Vanessa Gray. For the Crabbers, they got Reynolds, number 12, number 21, Takara White, number 42, Emily Smith, number 23, Latasha Joyner, and number 33, Shonda Sturdivant. Reynolds misses the shot. It'll be Menchville basketball. Up by 30, 66-30 with 150. We'll take a break after this game and come back for the men's game. Great sound and color by our students and staff here at the Newport News School System Channel, led by Paul Cummings and Ray Price and Daniel Slayman, Greg Swan, Bill Barlow, and of course our great support team of Jim Anklam and Verba Jones at the School System Channel, bringing you live great sound and color to your TV room. Menchville up by 30. They'll improve to 8-3 in the district, 10-5 overall, while the Hampton girls will dip to 1-10, 2-12 overall. Not much time left before the district tournament, Matt.
There isn't much time. It seems like it's just around the corner. It seems like maybe a month away or so, but it is actually just around the corner. There's not much time to prepare for the tournament. Not only do they have to prepare for the tournament, they have to prepare for each team as they come up in their season.
The pace will pick up for the men's game, so put your seatbelts on for that. Foul right there with 1:25 left, 66-38 in favor of the Monarchs, with number 42 at the free throw line. The 6'2" junior with a 4.1 grade point average. Check that. That is Regina Price. We see right there, but the free throw line is Lauren Polk, the 4.1 GPA. There's Regina Price, the daughter of Raymond Price. Shot is up and it's no good by Lauren Polk, number 42, wearing the sweatband around her head right there. Kind of a humid night inside here with all the young ladies and gentlemen here witnessing the crowd, of course, live on TV as well. 1:25 left. In the ball game right now for the Monarchs comes in number 30, and that is Deanna Pear coming in for Lauren Polk. So Paula Hines, the head coach of Hampton, likes to line dance in her spare time. Her mentor was her father, Cliff Key. Finds her team down by 66-38 with 1:10 left. Hampton's got the basketball, being trapped and swarmed by Phil Forbes' team. Phil Forbes is such a great motivator, and the thing is, he's able to adapt from one sport to another so well. Here he is making the state tournament in both basketball and baseball last year for the girls and the boys.
I don't know how he does it. It's going to be hard to set your mind for each sport, because each sport is a little different. But it's all the motivation for each team. That's all going to be constant, and Coach Forbes does a great job of that.
59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Menchville will improve, as we said, going into the Kickingham game next Tuesday. This broadcast will replay on Tuesday, January the 27th, as well as Thursday, January the 29th, as well as Saturday, January 31st, and Sunday, February 1st. So keep it tuned live for great entertainment right here on Channel 47 and 6. 45 seconds. The shot is up, and it's no good by Pear. Hampton's got the basketball. There's Reynolds. Shoots it up, misses to Smith, and she is fouled by number 30, Deanna Pear.
The crowd seems to have a little problem with that call. Even though it could have been all ball, but for right now, the refs are going to give it to Hampton on any iffy call. They're going to give it to Hampton. And so far, both teams have had more productive second halves than the first half.
Paula Hines also likes to listen to classical music on her spare time, and Phil Forbes is doing just that tonight, making classical music of his girls basketball team. 66-38 with 33 seconds left. Yes, Emily Smith at the free throw line, and it's off. Hampton just hasn't got it going since that first quarter, Matt.
Hampton just fell off their game plan, or Menchville's made them change their game plan by the way they're playing. So right now, Menchville is controlling this entire game.
Crowd so big here that the out-of-bounds pass are actually hitting spectators. Hope nobody got hurt over there.
There goes a cheerleader who got beamed with that one.
Big, huge crowd from Newport News here tonight in the peninsula and throughout the south side here, all witnessing the Hampton Crabbers and the Menchville Monarchs. Nice shot right there by the Crabbers, but a little bit too late. 8 seconds. Make sure to watch our fine credits at the end.
5, 4, 3.
3 seconds.
2,
and
1.
That's the ball game. But the score.
That's the game.
Menchville 66, Hampton 42. Menchville will now go to 8-3 in the district, and a total of 10-5 overall. Hampton goes to 1-10, 2-12 overall as the boys team. As a 15-minute break. Matt Beacon, your final thoughts before we roll the credits.
I'm very impressed with both teams. Both teams had a lot of heart in this game, but mostly I'm impressed by Menchville's willpower. Even with the problems they had in the first quarter, they came back in the game and really took advantage and showed the Crabbers why this is the Lions Den and you don't come in unprepared.
Well, we have an interview with Michelle Rodriguez coming up with Reggie Crudup, our own Reggie Crudup, a senior at Warwick High School. Hampton Crabbers coming into the ball game as well. And we have a break coming up before this game. We'll be having an interview coming up momentarily with Reggie Crudup. Menchville winning the girls game 66-42. Stay tuned now for Reggie Crudup. Reggie.
Hello, this is Reggie Crudup, and I'm here with the Menchville player, Michelle Rodriguez. Michelle, you had a good game tonight. Tell us, what was your game plan going to tonight's game?
Well, we just wanted to win tonight and just play hard and win. That's it.
You kind of took a leadership role. You don't have all the talent that was on the team in the past year, but you have stepped up your game and you're the fourth leading scorer in the district. How does that feel?
It feels good, but there's always room to improve, so that's what I'm trying to do right now.
Do you see your team now going to another state championship?
I hope so. That's our dream right now. That's our goal.
Okay, I want to thank Michelle Rodriguez. This is Reggie Crudup, and now back to Greg. Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Reggie Crudup right there. We'll wrap it up right here with the final score. Stay tuned for the men's game. All the exciting action coming up soon right here on live channel 6 and 47. Once again, the girls of Menchville win it 66-42 over the Menchville Monarchs. We'll rejoin you very soon live. Stay tuned.